What's going on, everybody? And we are live for Game 6 between the Boston Celtics and Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Final. And congratulations to the Golden State Warriors that made it up to the NBA Finals since the 2019 Finals, where they fell short into a short series against the Toronto Raptors, where Kawhi Leonard, that has as much charisma as I have subscribers, somehow shocked them in 6. Or no, I think the Raptors beat them in 5. Either way, congrats to the Warriors. Right now, I'm probably going to use ESPN anyway, because it's already like 40-37 before we head to halftime. So I want to make sure that I'm accurate. Can't wait for the NFL season. I wanted to push up gameplay of now it's 41. Boston takes the lead. So how's everybody doing? Also, SmackDown's on. So if you guys want, I'll get news about that. McIntyre's in the 6-man tag with the New Day against the Brawling Brutes. That's the new name. Now it's 41. I guess Kyle Lowry's now on the foul line, taking up some foul shots. Derek White missed a jump shot. Jimmy Butler with a defensive rebound. 42 now to 41. Missed jump shot. Jesus Christ. I was getting so upset. I think I fell it short over for game 4. Because there's no way you can have 1 possession and 5 missed jumpers and not even attempt to go onto the line and draw a foul if the shot's not working. Miami has an issue because I know they're not really that much of a shooting offense like the Celtics, and I think that's the only thing that they got an upside on, because they're primarily going to just, I don't know, they're better at setting over and creative shots. They have younger, more athletic players. We're more grounded out offense. And just knowing that's the only reason. Now it's 45 to 42. 5-foot shot by Jaylen Brown. How to watch the game live. Also, the San Francisco Giants are losing to the Cincinnati Reds. They're now at the bottom at the end of the 3rd inning. The Orioles gave it their all, even though we know damn well they're not going to touch the Red Sox, even though the Red Sox are the 4th worst team in the division right now. And people can point out that the Yankees are frauds. They can say whatever they want. You know why? Because they aren't winners. Mets are going, and Jaylen Brown's on the line right now. Like, we held on to a convincing lead for the last 2 quarters last time I checked before I had to do something to get dinner. Now it's 46. I'm going to watch it live so I can get the accurate score. I don't have a cable box up here. Also, for any of y'all hockey fans, end of the second period, Colorado Rockies, they've been playing very well last time I checked against St. Louis Blues. Who leads the series? Borowski with, is it Burbanowski with the assist? Only one goal was made off JT Kofer. And it's still 1-2 before we head into the third period. Or third intermission, how you guys want to say it. Lakers hire Buxham as head coach. $46 apiece now. Oh boy, I think I messed this up. Wait, hold on. Okay. Jimmy Butler just went down off contact. The Miami Heat just tied back the game. And Marcus Smart got the ball loose. We understand. And the slam off the handout from Butler, giving it to Bam Bam. Now it's 47-56. Oh, God. Off the foul shots. Now 48-46. Miami needs this game. They need to stay alive heading into a game 7. Moving out to the ball. Sidesteps it out. Marcus Smart forcing a 2-pointer. Defensive rebound by Robert Williams. And it'll be halftime with the ending quarter. Half court heave. No, it'll be a corner heave. Miami will lead by 2 points. Hey, yo, I hope consistency-wise, Miami cleans it up. The shot selecting gets a bit better. I mean, it's not like they can't find good looks for Robinson, Butler, or Lowry to just keep trying to chuck top of the key threes. Unlike Al Horford, Al Horford actually makes the shots. Also, Double or Nothing is this Sunday. Jimmy Butler will end the half with 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists with 2 steals. Bam Adebayo, only with 4 points, 7 rebounds, not even a block in his name. Kyle Lowry's the only person recording a block that's a guard, and the only person in the starting 5 with a block, with only 10 points, 2 assists. Next to PJ Tucker with only 6 points. The lowest scorer out of the whole starting 5 is Max Strus with only 2 points. Caleb Martin leading in the bench with only 5 points. Gabe Vincent, 0% from the field. It's like they're not even trying to attempt shots now. Victor Oladipo, scoreless. Duncan Robinson, scoreless. Jason Tatum's with 18, combined with Jaylen Brown's 18. Do the math, people, a combined 36 points. for two best players. Marcus Smart, we expected him better. Thankfully, there's not a lot of turnovers. And Marcus Smart's 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Al Horford, you'd think after being good for the last 2 games over the series, he's scoreless over his 11 minutes played, in weaker shooting splits in the first half. Robert Williams usually puts up good numbers. He did get a block and record 2 only rebounds, even though Tatum and Jaylen Brown leads over their 2 forwards in rebounds. That's whack, bro. For a standard, kind of need rebounds. Still in the commercial break before we head into the start of the third quarter. Pretty karma. And just to note, if it wasn't for my injury, I would not be going over double or nothing. Because I'd rather be getting paid hourly than go over a pay-per-view that I obviously have less of an interest with. Gotta put the stupid thing on. I didn't even know who Luke Cornett is in this. Fitz. The only people that I know is Grant Williams. That had one good game on his name, and then people thought he was going to be a consistent part of the depth. No, sir, it would still be either Derek White or nothing. I swear, without Derek White in these playoffs and Robert Williams, the Celtics would barely survive against the Milwaukee Bucks, even if that was a great series. Couldn't say it for this one, though. It's either a blowout or just everybody forgets to shoot and it doesn't become an entertaining game to watch. We had a star-studded performance off Luka Doncic, even though the only thing that people only think about is having a big man is a problem. And yes, having a big weak spot. I mean, you have 3 perennial scorers with not a lot of key contributors defensively on the Mavericks. 8 for 16 over the for Miami, over the 3 of 13 from Boston. Majority of the 3-point shots being made off Jason Tatum. I think 1 off Derek White. Can't say the same for Marcus Smart. No, dumb as hell with his shooting splits. Jesus. I'm charging my attack. I mean, it would be nice to hear that the Celtics finally make it over the hump out of being LeBron James' children for a majority of the 2010s. Seriously, what part of the Boston Celtics didn't have an above-average lineup and LeBron was not interacting with the Celtics at any turn? When he eliminated them back in the Eastern Conference Final with the Big Three, or the time they had Isaiah Thomas, Al Horford, Jay Crowder, and they weren't a legitimate team, or Jason Tatum, Kyrie Irving's first stepping there, but he got hurt. Jason Tatum had a very impressive showing around a Game 7 with a hurt Boston Celtics squad. LeBron has stopped the Celtics at any turn that they had to succeed, where they probably, a majority of the decade, would have honed a big major favorite to be contenders if LeBron wasn't in the Eastern Conference. That would be the only issue with that they didn't have a game-changing franchise guy. And I'm very proud of Jason Tatum for making a name for himself. But I don't know. I think that's the only thing getting them that's not getting them over the hump. Hopefully Miami does pull this off, become Eastern Conference champions for the second time in 3 years. because I'm sick and tired of being called frauds, saying that our bubble trip wasn't a bad idea when they literally had any other chance for any other BS Eastern Conference team to make it to the conference finals with a stupid bottom seed tournament, with the amount of choke hazards that happen over the postseason. Miami is just a more constructed team, a more disciplined team, and they just worked and they just were the best team out of the rest to make it to an NBA Finals in recent memory. You can't say that about the Celtics. The Raptors, because they had at least Kawhi Leonard, good depth, and Nick Nurse. You guys gonna see that Obi-Wan series that's gonna come out on Disney Plus? I can't. I forgot which. Does Hulu? How many Star Trek series that they have live right now? Because it's a lot. Like, too much for even a Star Trek fan to even keep up with. And I think most of them are preludes or backstories. Like, if you guys are interested in that, go crazy. You're living a Star Trek dream. But for me, I just feel like that's way too much content. Way too much. If you had 2 shows live involving Star Trek, maybe I would be interested to catch one of them. But you're telling me you have 5 live shows involving Star Trek? Then I think we got a problem. And I think the only reason why I would be watching Star Trek, or at least be interested, is because Patrick Stewart's there. And Patrick Stewart is, I think, way too used now. He's way too, correlated with being the intelligent bald dude that's a leader of the group. He was too used to being like that in the Illuminati, and all those assholes died, including him, and with the X-Men, where later on all those assholes died, including him, if it wasn't for Wolverine. But that's just me. I'm just saying. Hopefully we're done. I think we're one more break out of commercial break, man. So we're getting really annoyed with all this advertising. Not enough basketball. And I'll be honest, I enjoy USFL with the amount of less advertising it does. And I got to actually watch the games, and they go down relatively quickly. It takes at least near 2 hours. And it's done. Like nearly 2.5 or 2 hours and 45 minutes, or nearing 3 hours. I feel like the time slots are pretty off for a game. But that's my only issue. The ruling's fine. The football's fun. Nearly every game is a high score. The ratings are always consistent. You don't hear anybody declining to talk about it. It's heavily advertised over whenever it's aired. So I would say don't doubt the USFL. And stop saying, oh, it's a seal. Of course it is. Y'all keep saying it's a bootleg NFL because it's not the NFL. it's not going to be the NFL anytime soon. It just agitates me a bit because it's like, don't you guys want to see more football after the NFL is over? Because it takes, you know, from February to freaking, it's February until September, including August if you want to watch the preseason, if you guys want to watch more football. Then there's college football that's relatively shorter. And if there's certain athletes that just didn't get enough luck to make it to a high level like the NFL, watch USFL. Nothing's wrong with that. I feel like that's the only bullshit excuse people want to have if they don't want to watch. And it's probably something for me because I know people would rather watch the NFL. Plus, they have more long-term relationships with most of the NFL teams and players. It's perfectly fine to watch the USFL. Try to give the XFL a chance. Hell, maybe you'll have something to enjoy before we head into the NFL season. And probably most of these guys will end up in the NFL to begin with. So there's always something like that to enjoy. Kevin Love's holding a Thor Love and Thunder sign. Chris Hemsworth is always with this chick. Wasn't this chick with him in the recent Men in Black film? That was garbage. Probably later in this channel, I'll also try to bring up the current success of the New York Yankees. We came up a major victory against the Mariners recently. Or I think that was the Marlins. And we beat them by like 5 runs to like 2. Now we're with Jeff Van Gundy, Mark Jackson, and the guy who always say "bang" on commentary in a playoff game. I'm sure he says it in the regular season. Miami has this major problem of having an extensive lead, and then Boston gets a chance to come back when they keep missing goddamn shots. Butler has been very impressive in the postseason because sometimes he can come up and drop 14 and forget that he plays basketball, and then he'll get into major games like Game 1, Game 2, sort of Game 4. But he's over 19 points, scoring the majority. With tonight being 21 points over the past 2 games, he only totaled 19. So he's been underperforming over the last 2 games over the series where we really needed them, and we can't have him underperform now because we're in elimination where Boston takes the lead. So I'm just saying. Now we're in the start of the third quarter. Second half time. Can Boston force the upset and make the NBA Finals since the 2010 NBA Finals? Or will Miami make it to the finals and finally miss jump shot of PJ Tucker? Get over the hump without LeBron James. Because people are still going to bitch like, oh, without LeBron James, nobody won a finals without him under like 5 years ago, the time when he came in and overthrown pass by Marcus Smart from across the wing, trying to give it to Jason Tatum, and it goes out of bounds. Miami's possession. Lowry's with the ball. Chest pass it over to Max Strauss. Screen. Pump fakes the corner 3. Lowry pulls it up for nothing. Euro step Jaylen Brown. It bumps off and I think there's a foul call made off Max Strus. Jaylen Brown will get on the line. He gets 2 shots. You saw him trying to Euro out the ball. Max Strus got a hand on it trying to force it out. Oh, he saw it right there. That looked clean. Loose ball. Tatum picks it up for 3. Knocks it down to make it now 49-48. Boston taking the lead for the first time in the half. Max Strus, pull-up jumper. PJ Tucker fell out. Jesus Christ, he's just a shorter Draymond Green, to be honest. I hate to say that because as many people want to just push PJ Tucker. PJ Tucker hasn't been a 3-and-D player since his time in Houston. Sure, he'll still do the spot-up shot. Tucker controlling out the ball. Moving up, trying to hand it out. Gives it to Jimmy Butler, stuck from the mid-corner. And the ball's loose. Takes control of it. Now Marcus Smart's getting at it with Jimmy Butler. Wait, 51 to... Well, I'm about to see it anyway. In the deep tray made off Max Strus. 51-49. Hands it out. Corner 3 made off Al Horford. No good. Kyle Lowry fell out of it. Grant Williams doubting it. What the hell is that spot on his head? What a three made by Max. Replayed back, and it looks like a loose ball foul of Grant Williams. Look, Max Strus looking like Eli Drake. 1 for 4 from behind the arc, only with 5 points, going 2 for 7. Max Strus hasn't been consistent most of the playoffs, man. Sometimes he goes from clean in the fourth quarter to probably with the most bricks since my time in the hood. Hands it out. Strus drives, deep 3 attempt. PJ Tucker with the defensive rebound, but it lost off his hands. Picked up by Robert Williams. Over to Marcus Smart, finds Jaylen Brown. Horford gives it out. Tatum, the swing pass to Marcus Smart, but he'll miss. Half-court heave. He'll take it for the slam. Strus. The cherry picking works. And the 3 made by Tatum. Now 52. Fadeaway jumper made off, not Oladipo, it's Butler. 55 now. $55 now to 52. Jaylen Brown dribbles out. Left alone is Marcus Smart. Lets it go, but no good. Jaylen Brown moving out the ball. Chest pass Tatum. Shimmies out. Trying to shoot it into the face of PJ Tucker. Lowry's with the ball. Defensive rebound by Bam Adebayo. No, it's Victor Oladipo. Pump fakes it out. Strus. No, that is Bam Adebayo. My fault. Sizing up. He'll dribble through. Goes under the rim. Robert Williams. He'll score on. Acrobatic finish by Jimmy Butler. Now forcing it 57 to 52 with a 5-point lead. Bounce passes it. Forces the corner 3. Marcus Smart puts it on with an extra point play. Corner 3, nice pass by Horford. The contact over by PJ Tucker. I don't know why he would try to risk the contact from behind the arc. You know he's still gonna shoot like 3 foul shots, or at least 2 after the contact. I don't know why Tucker would risk that just to stop him from making the shot. Rick Ross is in the building, baby. 737 remaining, and Marcus Smart's on the line, making it a 4-point play after the PJ Tucker foul. Lowry moving out from out the logo, screened by Bam Adebayo. Second screen off Bam. Floaters up and good from Victor Oladipo. 61. No, it's 59 to 56. Never mind. Fast break by Jimmy Butler. He'll slam. Going coast to coast. Now it's 61. Timeout. Near 7 minutes remaining here in the third. Great 4-point play by Marcus Smart. But still, Miami can still change the momentum and keep control of this lead that they had over the first 2 quarters. Miami still leads 61 to 56. So much history in this arena. Well, not that much, because they're not called the American Airlines Center anymore. They're called the FTX Center. We'll be seeing a Game 7, hopefully. We know Boston with holding leads, but it was primarily Miami that's held the lead for a majority of the series. But it's been back and forth. You don't know who's going to take control. I just wish this was more entertaining, even though there's been entertaining parts of the series. But sometimes if a team makes a mistake, it goes into the other team's favor and they take entire lead control. But Miami, it's like a sudden brief of control before, if they just make a couple mistakes, they come from holding it to a 15-point lead to 3 minutes left. It immediately becomes a 6-point lead with a 8-0 run by Boston when there's only like 30 seconds left. And that's the problem that irks me with the Miami Heat. They can't keep a convincing lead. And don't get me wrong, the Celtics are a good team, but there got to be a choice for Miami, knowing like they can't play like that and allow other teams to always get a chance to, come back. They can't be doing that. The end of Friday Night SmackDown, and it's already 10 o'clock, sadly, if anybody missed it on Fox. I think Raul Gonzalez was in a tag match. We're still selling up to the pay-per-view. Next week is Hell in a Cell, where obviously the major draw for the show is Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins. Jimmy Butler's on the line. He did get hit by by Robert Williams. That now pushes it 62. That's 62 to 56. Under 7 minutes remaining here in the quarter. And you see trying to drive up from the top of the key. Lowry was a bit getting too physical with Jason Tatum. Just like I am with certain women or an officer with me in the law. Either way. Open baseline 2-pointer by Robert Williams. He's efficient on defense, but no one said offense. He just needs to finish with the ball. Somebody got to pass to him when he's driving. Screened by Oladipo. Force the floater up. It's an air ball. And there seems to be a foul made over Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, sometimes the most bitchy ass. He's just so many whiners on the Celtics, like Grant Williams, Robert Williams. He always no, not Robert Williams. It's Marcus Smart that always push over the foul trouble with the team. And sometimes they become a major priority to the major reason why they always are losing. Oladipo's now on the line. And that's good. See, first foul shot made. 8:30 for a game 7, if possible. On Sunday, same night as Double or Nothing. I'll try to push updates as soon as that pay-per-view's up. See who takes champions. Of course, that'll be updated. 2 foul shots made to now make it 64. Nintendo 64 to 56. Tatum controls the ball. 6 minutes remaining. Screen. The pick and roll, and Tatum will drive. And we are getting technical difficulties. Now it's 58 to 67. And that's off a 3-pointer off Victor Oladipo from top of the key while contested by Robert Williams. Now it's 70 to 58. So now we have a convincing over near double-digit lead. And I'm about to see it right now. Max Strauss, that was contested. 3-pointer made. Bang! Just like Uncle Ben. What a shot. I am sorry. Okay. I know that was a bit too for me. Oh, God. By the way, I'm trying to work out a new intro here for the show. Probably we're going to do... If you know Huey, Uncle Ruckus' fight in season 2 in the movie theater episode, where they were trying to sneak in snacks, Riley was trying to bootleg the movie involving 50 Cent in the plane. One of the most hilarious episodes, and probably the most memorable moments whenever you think of the Boondocks. It's that Uncle Ruckus using the nunchucks and fighting Huey. And with that cool music number at the end. I'm going to use that. I want to have some footsteps coming by while the title comes in, so it looks a bit epic whenever I try to upload. So see that in the works, because I can barely get the song to transition into I use which Adobe that I use? DaVinci. And DaVinci has been good to me, man. Like, I've gotten a lot of good videos out, but the way they do updates, it's pretty stupid. You know what grinds my gears? Black Lives Matter. Oh, I'm sorry, this is a NASCAR YouTuber. Makes a lot more sense. You know, I don't have a problem with a black guy winning NASCAR. Why are you even talking about it? It's just a racer. It's a racer talking about race. I'm shocked in 2022 that NASCAR fans care, that they think they're going to make an agenda up because there's a black NASCAR driver. And they think now is the time to complain. Like around the 90s, they have segregation for black racers or something. Or like Danica Patrick as well. Probably there were some OG fans complaining about Danica Patrick being a woman and being successful in racing. Well, most people know about her issues in the media, her ego, getting into many altercations with most of the racers or in her team, and it ends up with her probably only utilizing her sponsorships when she couldn't get it done on the track. Probably like Chris Paul. When his shoes don't sell, he doesn't win NBA championships. He always got to rely on State Farm or any other commercials he's in. I'm just saying. The only thing is Chris Paul's been a consistent talent and has been a major reason why certain teams end up consistent or successful when it comes to postseason success, and has been still one of the most innovative point guards to still play like a point guard instead of a two guard. I'm looking at you, Damian Lillard. Because how do you have a guy that can defend, shoot, drive, and pass like Chris Paul, and he's like 6'1"? We're back after the commercial break. Two-pointer made to push us to a 10-point lead. Under 5 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Derek White's only with about 16 points. A small loan of 16 points. Screen off Oladipo. Second screen, Lowry. Corner three by Butler. Missed. Defensive rebound by Oladipo. Strauss moving out the ball. Lowry giving it back. Strauss for the deep three. Missed. Inside pass. And Robert Williams will get fouled. That was an inside pass by Tatum while Robert Williams tried to put it up, and he'll get on the line. And he'll make 2 foul shots. Under 4:30 remaining here in this game. Victor Oladipo, we go back to that block. That looked all ball to me. Barely even saw him use a bit of his forearm to swat out the ball out of Robert Williams. 64-70. 4 minutes remaining here before we head into the fourth quarter. And it was off probably another missed jumper. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Oladipo open corner 3. Can't still get it to go. Jesus Christ, guys. He'll drive the lob from Williams from Brown. Celtics fans always give the Celtics some good morale here in these home games in the playoffs. And Jaylen Brown with the good touch to Robert Williams to take it with the one-hander. And there's still a chance for the Celtics. You see how it is now? It's a 6-point lead after we were leading by about 12, and that was under 3 minutes ago. I mean, get your head out of your ass and stop missing jumpers. If they're not falling, you got to fix it, guys. The screen. Oh yeah, Nakamura and Riddle face off against the Usos. So I guess Arcade Bros technically broken up. Orton's just out of TV now after they lost the tag titles. Hopefully they transition Riddle back into a singles guy. Raquel Gonzalez, and we're back after commercial break. And finally, Miami puts up a 3-pointer. Thank you. It was a handout pass. Lowry puts it up with the high arcing shot. That's 13 points. 50% from the line. Sizes up for the 2-pointer. It's good off Jaylen Brown. That now makes it 66. And a really physical shove off over Victor Oladipo for Jaylen Brown to push the shot. So I guess they're not counting that as a score there. So the field goal goes invalid because of the offensive foul. And the fader by Jimmy Butler, you count that with the 2-pointer. What a shot made by Jimmy Butler. JB. Good old. I'm done. You're black and your name is Jimmy. There's not many jokes I can make with that. Now he'll get on the line to push up the extra point over the fadeaway, and that's good for 1 point. Miami will now lead by 11. One more foul shot, I'll put it on the board. I know this month for the Yankees, we're going to be facing a bit more heftier competition as we head to the summer. It's already May 27th. So get ready for more decisive and more exciting games around June to July. So I would say if you're a baseball fan, you get ready for that. And enjoy it, because we probably wouldn't have baseball this year if it wasn't over for the lockout. I mean, the shortened lockout. Quick inside pass. Giving it over to Derek White. Stuck over the double team. Marcus Smart will take it contested. Misses over the shot. Offensive rebound. Stuck with one defender. He'll hand it out over to Robert Williams. 66. But also, Miami's with the possession. They also scored 2. And that came off Jimmy Butler getting it back, top of the key, stuck over Derek White, and he probably pulled up another jumper in his face off the foul line, and it's good for 2. 77-66. 2:22 remaining in the actual game while it says it's near 2 minutes remaining left. So I'm going to just push it there. Quick inside pass from Horford. Tatum missed. Fell out. Hustle play. But Victor Oladipo is downed after with the rebound attempt off Jason Tatum. And I guess that's a personal foul. Get your bitch ass out of here. And most people will like whine like your favorite player, your favorite team didn't win. So that means you're not watching the game. Stop being a fucking pussy. You already know the result. I don't know what. Look, I've already witnessed the Miami Heat not make the playoffs, be close, be sub 500. Three-pointer made by Boston. That still pushes it to a 10-point deficit. Still trying to close in the gap, and then another. Oh my God, that's 2 points for Boston again. Oh boy, this is not looking good. And the tray was made off Derek White. $71. But now it's 82-71. That means it was a 3-point play from Miami after the field goal from Boston off a fast break from Robert Williams. The only Williams that I like on the Celtics. Because he actually gets stuff done. And actually was a major reason why the Celtics were keeping this game very competitive. Drive for the paint. Always give an outside pass. 3-pointer made by Strauss. And it's already 73-82. Boston scored. Marcus Smart. Sometimes it comes in bad resolution, so I can just tell who it is by the sneaker. Because Marcus Smart has some very orange shoes up. Under 30 seconds remaining. 13 seconds remaining now. I'm putting up a convincing lead here in the third quarter before we end the quarter. We're heading into the fourth soon. And it came off of Victor Oladipo. No, he missed. Last shot went to Boston. Derek White got the ball loose, but it was a foul. 13.2 seconds remaining. Max Strus really cleaned up his act over the first 2 quarters, going 3 points, 5 points, and now he's with 3, at least 2 to 3 3-pointers in the quarter. Really was a major reason why the Miami Heat's been with the lead for a while, and we're merely heading into a game 7. 74 now to 82. Over the last 2 games, he's only totaled over 4 points with 16. Going 0 for 16 and going 0 for 11. Now he's 3 of 18 from beyond the arc with 16 total points. So when we needed him the most in those last 2 games, he pretty much vanished like the Avatar. 75 to 82. We're heading into the fourth quarter. Can the Celtics pull the upset? Or Miami can still stretch this into the Game 7 where it's do or die. It's been either very entertaining or very upsetting if you're a basketball purist or either fan of the team. So I didn't see much of Bam Adebayo, and you think him sizing up over Robert Williams, it's an undersized forward, or getting over the foul trouble. I understand they probably have an issue with him scoring over Al Horford, even though Bam Adebayo actually has interior moves, so I don't get how they don't utilize that. And they're just chucking out because Tatum can make threes. That means everybody else has to make threes. And I don't know how many other conference finals the Celtics got to make until they got to make an entirely different culture change or something. Because I don't know how long they're going to keep Jaylen Brown under contract, keep Jason Tatum happy. I don't know how many years of Al Horford they have left in them. Grant Williams probably going to ask for an extension over his postseason performance. Hopefully he does not get overpaid. Derek White's probably going to stay another year. I don't know. Did you know Sami Zayn is a honorary part of the bloodline? You don't care? Same. Obi-Wan Kenobi on Disney Plus. Max Struss has really turned up in this game. Total of 16 points with 3 3-pointers made tonight. Totals around 13 points, going 5 of 12. Pivotal 3-point plays to push the extensive lead since 1988. The Miami Floridians have a total of at least 3 NBA championships. I don't know what type of dog was that. That dog sounds like the the Dracosaur from Power Rangers Dino Thunder. Stranger Things is coming back on Netflix. The only reason why Netflix is still prevalent. I ain't paying $20 for anything each month, man. You're better off just getting Peacock or using Redbox or anything else instead of Netflix. Because they make anything a movie. Disney took half of their shit like a bad divorce. I don't know what's going on with Netflix. After that cutie situation, everything just went down haywire. Like a decline in subscriptions, the increasing price, the lack of good content and anime out there for certain fans, no superhero movies, just bad shows. Like, who wants to waste their time with that? I'm just saying. If you have Netflix still, hopefully that's the only subscription you have next to Amazon Prime. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Bounce it out. Off the foul line. Pump fakes. Catches over Grant Williams. And the foul. Jimmy Butler's going to get on the line. Grant Williams, obviously, with his hands up with barely any contact over Jimmy Butler. We're going to replay here and watch what happened over the play. Grant Williams obviously jumped out. Got a bit of his hand over the forearm after the shot was made, so that he's getting on the line, whether he likes it or not. You bitch. You, John Henson, look in. It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. And this accounts to another commercial break after one foul was made. Boston and Miami Heat have an extensive postseason history over their, 12 years? See what's going on baseball right now, and no Mets in the eighth inning, where they lead by 2 runs against the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Minnesota Twins lead by 1 against the Royals, where the Red Sox are down by a run in the ninth against the Orioles. Can you guys hold a leave to save the universe or the multiverse? I'm just saying. And the Pirates are devastating the Padres already with a 3-0 run in the 4th inning. This is insanity. Not Linsanity, though. Not that bad. Dodgers are up against by the Diamondbacks in 4 runs, and the Rangers are facing the Athletics, where it's already when it's 1-2. So close game by that margin. And the White Sox lost to the Boston Red Sox the other night, 17-16. You don't know what's going to happen here in baseball. This is pretty long of a commercial break over one foul. That could have been done in several seconds. Gotta stop the whole damn game. Advertisement city out there. Hell, make your money, but still. I also got 2K22 now for the Xbox Series S. And I don't know, it's fun. I gotta make some edits because they really gotta patch that whole critical damage thing where when you get when you get a finisher hit, some that when those UFC games, you get that red area, that red overlay showing that you took a critical hit. Get rid of it. There gotta be an option to get rid of it. Not everybody wants that. You could have left that for the previous 2K games when they were heavily simulator based. I don't want to see that when you have obviously an archaic style in this 2K game. You're making a wrestling game. Plus, wrestling's fake. Why do I have to witness that? Sure, I guess you want to make the finisher seem devastating. You think the rear view I'm going to get bloodshot eyes? No. I'm going to die a happy man because a big black butt just got hit in my face. $87-79 now. Boston Celtics score because of a foul shot. And that's off a loose ball off Victor Oladipo. Trying to drive up was Grant Williams. Did he get damaged in the head, or that's just a dent? Oh, yeah. It's just a dent. Oh, God. Jedi Master Untold Stories. Obi-Wan Kenobi. If any of you nerds are going to be excited about that. I don't know what the hell just happened. Gotta refresh the page now. Garrett Williams just got fouled. $50 was just there with a throw in a Mets game, and I heard Colin Kaepernick did pretty exceptional in a practice with the Raiders. So possibly he could make the roster before cut days come. Because even though Kaepernick is a head case that uses racial issues as I use petty issues to get what I want, he's still a very talented athlete, even though he's around his 30s. But he can still play a very good amount of football. Has a reasonable arm and is pretty athletic. That girl just got wet for no reason, all because he was shaking his leg. They're still advertising. How old is this Elvis movie by now? I swear, I was getting advertisements of this since 2021. $85-89 now. Celtics will lead. I'm kidding, they don't. But they are closing in the gap. David Njoku just agreed to a 4-year, $56 million deal with the Cleveland Browns. Don't know how much that's going to really benefit over his chemistry with more of Baker Mayfield than Deshaun Watson, but they still keep a top player, so there's not much to complain about. Still, $56 million. Zion Johnson, guard, just signed a 4-year, $14 million contract with the Chargers as well. Zion Johnson has been a long time Charger, and he's going to be paid at least $1 to $2 million for the remainder until he's 26. So he'll be making some money. At least that'll be guaranteed. We don't know if he's going to even stay a Charger around when he turns 28. He'll be a free agent by then. And that's pretty cheap for a lineman. 4 years, $14 million. Not a lot of players would be, still be, contemplating with their agents for better money. Derek White tonight with 14 points, even though he's been averaging 7.5 over the series. But he's in his best offensive performance so far in the entire Eastern Conference Final. 85-89, 4-point deficit now for Boston. Here with 10 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Derek White stuck with Jimmy Butler, making him his bitch, driving with the floater, and it's missed. Shoving down Derek White over the floater attempt, and didn't even get the and one. Well, technically, that was like a massive knee to the face. I mean, nearly a knee to the face. Marcus Smart with the ball. Gives it over to Jaylen Brown. He'll drive out for the two-pointer. Missed. Offensive rebound by Victor Oladipo. And he'll like throw it out so aggressively when there was like two teammates like in front of them. What were you doing? Tatum, and he'll aggressively drive. And he'll make it off the glass. It's good. And the foul. 87-89. He'll finish over Max Strus. Obviously, hands up over the glass. Making the layup. What a play made by Tatum. Thanks for the guys at least getting over here to at least check out over the stream. Hope you guys have an enjoyable weekend. And for those guys that put a dislike on the stream, just know I hope you suffer the hot part of the seatbelt. That's not a death threat. Like, you know, when it gets very hot outside in your car and the strap of your seatbelt gets all the heat, that hurts. I think a lot of people would relate. Victor Oladipo is walking in. I mean, Bam Adebayo is coming in. Wait, what just happened? They're not counting the 2 points by Jason Tatum. Now it's back to 85-89. What happened? Drive up play, but you saw Derek White trying to strip the ball from behind Bam Adebayo. Still controlling it while getting down to the ground. Inbound by Kyle Lowry. Pass to Bam Adebayo. He'll bounce it. That's Max Strus. And he'll give it off to Kyle Lowry for three. No good. Offensive rebound by PJ Tucker. He can't even make that. Are you kidding me? Given to Jaylen Brown. He'll get in between from under the rim and the foul. Seems like there's already information over who the Los Angeles Lakers' new head coach is, but I guess that's over sources. It ain't legitimately published, so I'm not going to take that seriously for now. Jaylen Brown with 19 points, 6 of 13 from the field. Now it's 87-89. Still don't know why they called back that play from before. off Jason Tatum when he made it over Max Strus and PJ Tucker. Lowry trying to drive. Butler will pull it up from the corner. It's good. 92-87. Field goal made by Jimmy Butler from a corner three over the face of Marcus Smart. In his jaw. On like his mom. Cross bounce pass. Overhead pass from Horford to Smart. What a pass play. Making it 89-92. Oladipo stuck into the corner. No, it's Lowry. Screened by Bam. Steps it out for the two-pointer. Step back shot couldn't go in. Tatum. Gabe Vincent switches over the attempted screen. Over the floater. That has to be an offensive foul on Tatum. And PJ Tucker picks up his fifth foul. Coach, just sit him. Put Dedmon in. PJ Tucker's not arguing over with the ref. That's not going face to face, and the team's trying to back him off. Spell's trying to Oladipo. He's sitting back. And now Jason Tatum's on the line. He can push this now to a 2-point deficit. That's made one foul shot. Yeah, PJ Tucker, a head case. Give him a shoe. Only thing to keep him happy in his career. Just saying. And that's good. Pushes at 91 in a point deficit. Tito Horford, Al Horford's father. God damn, he's here? Isn't Horford a veteran in this league? Max Strus and PJ Tucker both foul trouble. Obviously having an issue to defend Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. But the two-pointer pushed off the glass over Marcus Smart. Makes this now 94-91. So Miami can still hold on to this lead. Gabe Vincent moving out the ball. Giving it over to Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler seems the only person that's the only offensive head. Nearly deflected by Marcus Smart. Oladipo losing a bit of control. Spins out off the glass. Shot clock violation by Victor Oladipo. What was that? Jason Tatum trying to strip out the ball over Oladipo. No answer for him. And Boston, even though the shot was made by Oladipo, the clock was already up. Robert Williams, near substitution. 3-point game here. Miami still leads. Corner three. Wing shot made. Tied game by Al Horford. That ties the game. Lowry off the screen. Bam Adebayo with the screen. The pick and roll. Nearly spins out Derek White. He'll swing to Butler. 3-point play. No good. Jaylen Brown with the ball. 5 minutes. Tatum matched up with Victor Oladipo, but he's not wearing a Pacers uniform. One shot will take the lead of this game. Horford. What the hell was that, Gabe? 3-pointer made by Derek White now pushes this 97, and the first lead made here for the Boston Celtics. Gabe Vincent just lost his marbles off a double team on Horford, like you were going to make a difference from the wing. It just left one of the better shooters on the team. It's Butler versus the Celtics out here, man. You can't tell me any different. Another incredibly graphic drunk driving commercial. There's no excuses. Check it or ticket. Come on, guys. Boston finally takes the lead with under 4 minutes remaining. Near 4 minutes remaining. We'll miss over defensive assignments. I know that we already have an issue trying to stop Tatum. But we leave Horford or Derek wide open is also a problem. And whenever we push over open looks, it's always just drive over to the paint and try to create our own offense whenever we pass it to the outside. We play like a noob on 2K. And Derek White, Jesus Christ. Shut up, Grant Williams. You haven't done anything. 22 points going 7 of 12. And you know when a role player puts up 20 points, I guess that spells the end for the Miami Heat, man. I don't want to say that. There's pretty much still hope. Lowry overhead pass. Butler matched up with Marcus Smart. Screen over by Bam Adebayo. Some separation. Butler stuck with Marcus Smart. He'll size out. For 3, ties it. Lowry with the shot from mid-corner. That's a tough shot over the double team. Still trying to hit up the screen. Now it's tied. 10 assists, double digits. Double. Corner 3, Smart. From his hot spot, no good. And Lowry's down. God damn it. My leg. Trying to mop around a dead body. Eric Spoelstra just looked like he's seeing a bad employee. PJ Tucker's back in. Hopefully he doesn't draw a foul over crunch time. He was over the pass to Marcus Smart. He tried to draw a charge over Jason Tatum. How's that old school? The guy just mopped over the floor of Kyle Lowry like he was a dead body. Mopping away the evidence. Lowry seems fine, though. 10 assists, 16 points. Going 4 for 9 from behind the arc. Bam Adebayo with the ball. Matched up with Al Horford. He'll try to size it out. Nearly losing the control of the ball. He'll give it back to Lowry. Screen. He'll get through with the up and under and the foul. He won't get the and one, but he will get on the line. Look at Jaylen Brown. That's his 5th foul. Obviously, he targeted the sides there after putting only one hand up. You can see it. I got evidence, but I won't show it because of copyright. See, I have an excuse. I have an excuse. Lowry's on the line right now. He'll get 2 shots up. That would be the first one made. "12-year-old golf phenom signs to Cobra Puma." What's Cobra Puma? Whatever, 2 shots made off Kyle Lowry. They'll put it 99-97. Miami leads by 2, but that probably won't make a difference for the Celtics. And now Lowry is with his 5th foul. Next to Max Struss, PJ Tucker, and Eric Spoelstra's not having it. Over Marcus Smart, and now look. That's 2. Now Marcus Smart's on the line over the person to foul. The head checks, the cheap shots, the BS, touching your mom. Like Chris Bosh touches a teammate. You can tell how sexual that sounds. 99 apiece now. Miami's with the possession, though. Former Hokie Atute found out guilty of murder. Jesus. Okay, that's tough. Butler feeling out his ankle. He seems to be not looking good. Let's see how this happened. Oh, that was a targeted aim for his leg. Horford made just an awkward step over for Jimmy Butler. Saw his little shift over to his ankle. Adebayo with the forced two-pointer. Rolls out the rim off defensive rebound by Al Horford. 3 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Marcus Smart with the ball. Miami with a plethora of foul trouble. Screen attempted over Tatum. Switch with PJ Tucker. Smart misses off a three-point attempt. Lowry's with the ball. You can see Derek White snatching just like that Pelicans dude that was bothering Chris Paul. Great defensive play by Derek White. Now Tatum's with the ball. Sizing a Max Struss. He'll give it over to Jaylen Brown. Matched up. He'll try to hit the contest. Kyle Lowry with the foul on Jaylen Brown. Are you kidding me? 2:18 remaining. And it's Lowry now. Now he's fouled out of the goddamn game. Udonis Haslem looking as upset as I am. And he hasn't even played a goddamn minute the entire playoffs. He's just the second mascot for the Miami Heat because of his tenure here, bro. It's not because he's a good role player. Vince Carter had more total minutes played over his last 2 years than Udonis Haslem did for most of his tenure in the Miami Heat. He's just the Miami Heat spirit animal. Lowry fouled out after hitting over a double-double. PJ Tucker now has a fear fouling out. So does Max Struss. He's with 5 fouls. Victor Oladipo. Somehow Jaylen Brown misses 2 foul shots. Somehow. And Jimmy Butler's back over with the ball. He'll drive up after the screen. And that's in one for Jimmy G. I'm sorry, I'm too used to Jimmy Garoppolo. But Jimmy Butler, that's not bad. Let the attempted dunk rumbles off the rim after the screen by Max Struss. Gets over Derek White, and he'll nearly dunk on Al Horford. Off the glass, and he'll get the contact and the score. Now 102-92. He's now with 43 points. He beats his series record in this game after dropping 40 in game 1? Two minutes remaining here in this game. Celtics. Desperation now. Tatum strips the ball. PJ Tucker strips the ball from Jason Tatum. And a personal foul made by the Celtics. Why do that? Derek White trying to strip the ball out of PJ Tucker. Great defense. PJ Tucker. Max Struss was trying to spin out, and then you saw him strip the ball out of Tatum's hand. And then Derek White trying to reach. He'll come over the personal foul off the sides. And now that will count as a bonus. PJ Tucker's on the line now. Every time he misses a free throw, I'll burn a shoe. I don't care. I'll find his house. I know he has a house personally for his own stupid shoe. He pays property tax for himself, his family, and his shoes. I swear to God. A 2-goal comeback for the Colorado Avalanche, beating the St. Louis Blues 3-2, winning the series by 6. No way. Colorado Rockies weren't the St. Louis Blues Weren't the St. Louis Blues recently Stanley Cup champions? What a upset! They won't be making it back to the conference. I mean, to the Stanley Cup. That's wild. PJ Tucker will get fouled again over a missed three-pointer off Jason Tatum. Under 2 minutes remaining. Aaron Baines looking conflicted. And you saw right there, defensive rebound by Tucker. A bit of contact by Marcus. It's again by Derek White. Derek White, that's been very impressive over this Game 6 series. What the hell? 10 points off PJ Tucker, going 3 for 4 with only 5 rebounds. He's with like 2 offensive rebounds, I think. I think Celtics fans are letting the refs have it with BS chants. Replaying back over that defensive rebound and the personal foul by Derek White, but officials think it was a clean swipe. PJ Tucker misses first foul shot. Second shot goes in, though. That follows through for 105-99. Celtics will get possession before commercial break. After commercial break. Oh, boy. Kyle Lowry does... That's tough that he... this is like a play for... PJ Tucker is also in foul trouble. But great defense made. And that could seal Game 6 for the Miami Heat to push this to a Game 7. Hopefully we can do that. Whoever is still on the Johnson of the Boston Celtics, I pray for you. I'm just saying. Dunkin' Donuts. When you're too poor to get Starbucks. So the Stanley Cup, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if that's a conference final for the Rockies in the Sound and the Blues. But last time I checked, I told you guys it was 2-1. Blues were leading in the second intermission. 43 points off Jimmy Butler. Matched up with Jaylen Brown. Inbound by the Boston Celtics after the foul shot. Seems like a timeout was called. So after commercial break, Celtics will inbound on their own side of the court. Brown trying to screen Horford. Size up, he'll drive. High shot. Don't know why Oladipo. Oh, tipped up Jaylen Brown. Tatum will hit the floater. $101 to 105. Lack of defensive rebounding is very abhorrent. PJ Tucker has really helped with the hustle. Oladipo now. He'll give it out to Butler from the logo. Screen by Tucker. Derek White stuck with Butler. And the ball gets loosened by Derek White out of bounds. Still Miami Heat's possession. 4-point deficit with under 50 seconds remaining. So the biggest news is David Njoku signing still. Fadeaway jumper by Butler. It's good. What? As soon as the shot clock's dead, Jimmy Butler comes with a quick release off the fadeaway jumper. The hopes for the Heat will not die. 107 to 101. What a shot. Before the buzzer knocks. What a play. 107 to 101. 43 seconds remaining. Inbound for the Celtics. He'll give it off to Tatum. That's from Horford. Tucker's matched, and it's loose! But the foul on PJ Tucker, that's a foul out. But their challenge. Oh, but the call's on Max Strus. It's not on PJ Tucker. Ridiculous off Max Strus. Reaches in over, and it looks like he got him off the forearm. We're after commercial break. Miami Heat's challenging over the foul. But it's still a 6-point lead with under 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, guys. I am very... I like the amount of foul trouble Miami got is worse than the Usos DUI history. I'm just saying. Like, you don't know how many chances that Miami still has of trying to take control of this game. And it ends up in Boston's favor if hopefully Jimmy Butler doesn't get hurt or it comes into another missed rebound because, of course, Miami has an issue with defensive rebound. You couldn't say that about the Miami Heat last series against the Sixers. Yeah, it's just tough to call. Sadly, the Yankees are not playing tonight. Then do we have a game delay? And the calling over the Max Strus foul call, if it was a reach-in foul, it looks like he touched him in the hand. And just you can see PJ Tucker having another screaming match with the referee. Miami still challenge is upheld. The call's upheld. Max needs to get his bitch ass out of here. $40 seconds remaining here. Kyle Lowry fouls up, and so does Max Strus. Jason Tatum, there's a bonus for the Celtics, and Tim will get on the line after the reach and foul. It's good. 5-point deficit. 40 seconds remaining still. Second shot, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, 2 field goal attempts, 4 turnovers, all by Tatum. That's all in the fourth quarter, by the way. Now it's a 4-point game, 103 to 107. Inbounded to Jimmy Butler. 38 seconds. He'll try to drive out. The obvious... Look at this. Corner, Gabe Vincent from baseline. He'll give it out back to Bam Adebayo. 30 seconds. Screen by Bam. The double team. Horford stuck with Butler. From the foul line. He'll hit the jumper. No good. Rebounded by Horford. Marcus Smart looks to be down. Given to Jaylen Brown. Stuck up baseline trying to get the poster on Victor Oladipo. And the calls on who? What's a restricted area foul? He was trying to get the charge. You see over Oladipo. What the fuck is the restricted area? That's the first time I've ever heard of that. What was the restricted area? Near the paint? This is probably more hard to call than a catch in the NFL, to be honest. Victor Oladipo, after the missed shot off Butler, Jaylen Brown tried to take it coast to coast down baseline, and they're calling a restricted area foul. Oladipo, with his arms not touching Jaylen Brown, he tried to give a poster. and they're trying to call if it is a blocking foul or not. Offensive foul. The ruling on the floor has been overturned, so it's not a restricted foul on the Miami Heat. It'll be their ball instead. Even though most fans would have complained that Bam Adebayo did touch Jaylen Brown before the shot attempt was made over Oladipo, so they would have called a personal. And Marcus Smart's now pleading over with one of the referees. Now Jaylen Brown has gotten fouled out, and this is foul out city. Get your bitch ass out of here. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. 12 seconds remaining. Miami Heat's possession. And there was an offensive foul. Inbound to Butler. And a personal foul has been made. 10 seconds remaining off the personal foul. And Marcus Smart just won't let the referee stop hearing it. That was nearing a turnover for that wide receiver ass catch from Butler with the one hand looking like Odell Beckham. And the personal foul made over by Jason Tatum. Jimmy Butler will get on the line with only 10.9 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. It's good. This one foul shot made. Celtics made it hard on themselves now. Second foul shot made. 109 to 103. 6-point deficit with 10 seconds remaining. That could spell impossible for the chances for the Celtics to come back. 47 points, near 50-point game for Jimmy Butler. What a hell of a game for Butler. To nearly push this to a game 7. There's still 10 seconds for the Celtics to come back. But look at the highlights. A great turnover off Butler, pushing it back off the foul over Marcus Smart. He also had an and one on Al Horford, an and one on Grant Williams. Screw you, Grant Williams. Been heavily favored the entire series. Been a major reason for the success, even though the underperformance over the last 2 series. And he comes back when the team needs him the most. 8 assists with 47 points. Near 50-point game. Jimmy Butler's been playing out of his mind this entire postseason. And Jimmy Butler, he's played a majority of the second half of basketball. They haven't subbed him out for anybody yet. And with 10 seconds remaining and still a chance for the Celtics to come back, they don't want to risk him not sitting out. And you got to give the Miami Heat some credit for their conditioning, how a guy can stay 40 minutes in, like Jimmy Butler. Tobias Harris over him? Guys, what the hell are we doing? Well, I do like Tobias Harris's efficiency. Shut up. Shut up. Shut your ass up, please. Inbound by Derek White. Lowry walking in. And he'll give it over to Horford for 3. It's missed. Personal foul over Marcus Smart over Gabe Vincent. Saw him shoving him off the floor. 8.3 remaining here in the game. Marcus Smart is obviously not happy. Been entirely physical this entire series. And you see him always trying to get in a screaming match with the ref. Game 7 will be this Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN. Gabe Vincent's on the line over the personal foul by Marcus Smart. And you see what you're talking about. We always lose by 10, but it's always a close enough game in the fourth whenever the Miami Heat wins it. Caleb Martin coming in. 7-point deficit with only 8.3 remaining. Missed 3-pointer by Al Horford. And that's 2 foul shots made by Gabe Vincent. Inbounded to Derek White. losing a bit of control. White pull-up shot, missed. 3 seconds, and that is the end of regulation. It will now be 111 to 103. We will head to Sunday for Game 7 to decide who will be the Eastern Conference champions, waiting for the Golden State Warriors. Jimmy Butler with a 47-point game to push the game now to a tied series. We can post game out. Jimmy Butler played a hell of a game. Jimmy Butler, 11 points by PJ Tucker, fouled out. Kyle Lowry had a double-double with 18 points and 10 assists, fouled out. Max Strus nearly fouled out if it wasn't for that reach-in review. Victor Oladipo also was I think 3 personal fouls in, even though he played 22 minutes from the bench and only scored 9 points. He kept missing over his corner shots. He went 1 for 4 from behind the arc. Oladipo's not a 3-point specialist by any means. I'm not trying to say that like he sucks at basketball. He's a playmaker. He's an offensive playmaker. We use him for the screen and drive. I understand that he's a bit older, but he can still do acrobatic plays from the offense. Duncan Robinson only played 5 minutes over Caleb Martin. Only had 5 points from the bench. Guys, it can't be Jimmy Butler versus everyone out here. The highest over 15 points came off Kyle Lowry. That can't be the case with Bam Adebayo underperforming still. There was 2 games where he combined for the points he made in Game 3 in the second half. I mean, in the first half. He came with 16 points in the first half, and then he dropped over 32 in a game when we took the lead in the series. We can't let that happen. This was a good game for the wrong reasons. Butler performed well, but nobody else pulled up the weight. Even though PJ Tucker was there defensively, picking up good hustle plays, he had more defensive rebounds than probably Bam Adebayo. And Bam Adebayo tied in rebounds with Jimmy Butler. That cannot be the case. Udonis Haslem is a spirit animal, dude. It's either rotate with Dedmon for Duncan Robinson, or at least with Caleb Martin, the way we're going to be in offense, because our shooting splits can be abysmal, and that costs us games. It really does. If you guys did not get to see Game 5, or especially Game 4, especially Game 5, where we came over 1 possession and missed 5 shots in 1 possession, you can't let that happen, guys. That's not how I want the Miami Heat to play. And obviously, they need to go because I think they'll be back home or something, even though they played 2 straight home games. And I think last game before this one, they played at home. So I think Celtics will be still in TD Bank for Game 7. And I called this was going to hit Game 7. So that's a point for me. The point got to go to the Miami Heat if they can take control and actually keep it consistently, because we can hold on to a double-digit lead, or we can let the game go straight to the Celtics, and it goes up to their favor. Will they'll lead by 17 points? And I don't want it to be like those games whenever the Celtics win, because in the first quarter they'll be 20 points and we'll go 0 for 5. We got to make more of the offense patrol around Adebayo and Butler instead of Lowry just dishing it out from throughout the paint and just trying to chuck over the guys that are not shooters, like Oladipo, like Gabe Vincent, Max Strus. I'm glad he had such a better performance in the past 2 games, but he's got to be more patient whenever he shoots. Butler, you've done an exceptional job, but I just want the team to try to carry its own weight. So getting the lead doesn't feel like the Celtics have an opportunity to come back. That's the problem here. And that's all I got to say about tonight here. It's still great. I'll be going over Double or Nothing, so sadly I will be trying to keep up with Game 7 while it's live. That's it coming from me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And for the guys that weren't live, yeah, take your time out of your day to try to watch it. I understand that I only went over the second half because I'm trying to save over hours with my trial I have with StreamYard, so that's the reason. And yeah, let's go Heat. What a game. That's it from watching the DST show. Please subscribe if you want to see more content, including wrestling, entertainment, sports, and a whole lot of other stuff here, and you can see with me talking about it. Thanks for watching the DST show.